How culture affects management functions. As we can see, the management functions are planning, organizing, controlling, and leading. We will give you examples of how culture affects the functions. One of the management functions is planning. It means that manager must plan future activities, develop and achieve the objectives. A good example about that is McDonald's. When they proposed to develop its business in India, they found the cultural problems. They didn't know that cows are a sacred animal. Their burgers were not accepted. It's about assignment and coordination of different tasks. For example, there are 5 employees from different countries working on projects. They could have problems like ethnocentrism. We all believe that our culture is the best. Each one believes that they know what's normal, good, bad, more important, and less important. Communication problems. People from other cultures don't just have to overcome language barriers. You have to understand the direct or indirect style of communication of each culture. Any decision we make depends on our criteria, and our criteria are not only personal, they are also cultural.
Cultural diversity at work, the mix of nationality and religion, is increasingly frequent, and if this is not managed with leadership and control, there may be negative effects. For example, the New Orleans University in the US has workers from different cultures, but this is considered positive. The combination of ideologies helps to maintain a level atmosphere and positive work environment, as there are different minds, innovation, and ideas are not lacking at this generates brainstorming and adds a level of creativity and quality. It all depends on learning to integrate and you will success.
How cultures affect management style? Well, cultures has great impact in the management efficiency. The management efficiency will decrease or increase due to culture influence. A strong culture has a great impact on the management efficiency. If there is positive strong culture, then the productivity of work will increase. If it's negative, the efficiency will decrease. Okay, let me tell you an example about Disneyland Paris. So, why is Disneyland Paris is having problem with falling attendance? Disney executives believe incoherently that they could change the French attitude of not wanting to take their children from school during the school year, as Americans do, or to take more short breaks during the year instead of one long vacation during the month of August. Since 1998, Disneyland and Paris has been working to correct the cultural and financial errors that have kept attendance down and losing up. Another error about the culture of French is that they don't spend a lot of money in parks. Instead of Disneyland, Florida, for example. Visitors to Disneyland in the Los Angeles and Disney World in the Florida spend between $60 and $70, while those going to Disneyland Paris spend only 40 average. In conclusion, culture is so important for any business organization. It affects the business performance in marketing, for example.
How does business practice differ across culture? The business practice around the world differ across culture. For example, some fast food companies like McDonald's have different products for each kind of people. In India, where they had more problems, they created a new hamburger because the consumers couldn't eat beef for a matter of religion. It's necessary to understand that organizations can differ in a multitude of ways that context factors, such as culture, socioeconomic variables, and personal characteristics can all influence organization. Another example is Coca-Cola. When they had entered the China market, they had to adapt the brand because the Chinese population preferred to drink products that have benefits for the health, so they created a line of healthy products to be competitive.
As for service, Walmart is one of the largest supermarket chains. When entering in Chinese market, it had to adapt and change the product that is initially offered, since Chinese consumers have a different gastronomic culture, prefer fresh product and food quality. That is how their store changed for the sale of animals, pig heads, dogs, roommates, that they can be with their own hand, and in full view of consumer in different cultures of consumer generates and transformation in their store in this country. Another company is Zara. Its exclusive model, design, and material are liked by many people. That is why it remains in different countries. But this changes in some places, especially in the Jewish market. For example, in Israel, Zara is in charge of taking care in the material that is designed for the elaboration of its clothes. They should not mix cotton and linen in the same garment, since for the ultra-Orthodox Jews this is sometimes prohibited, and they consider it hybrid clothing. That goes against nature. In their culture, it is like a law that prohibits the coupling between animals of different breeds. This is how Sarah adapts to her culture and uses shareable materials. In conclusion, companies must now relate and adapt to the culture of each country. This influences the objectives you want to achieve. Change must be made in the methods and procedures of the organization to be able to develop in an effective way.